today's collectible spot, we are having a look at the Diamond Select Toys, the legendary Marvel Superheroes Mego Wolverine. A Mego-style 1970s Wolverine figure with removable mask, collector mini magazine, updated costume, head, hands, and blade sets. Also included a Logan head, costume, and blade sets for that figure as well. This is the second, only the second Mego figure that I've had a look at. Some people used to call Mego. I know when I was younger I used to call him Mego, but I think Mego is the correct pronunciation. But this is also the only second Mego set that we've had a look at from Diamond Select Toys. The first one being Spider-Man, and I definitely want to pick this one up as a big fan of Wolverine. So not only do you get Logan's outfits, you get the original classic Wolverine colors, and then you've got a more updated Wolverine costume as well. Spin around the back of the package, you've got some nice classic artwork of Wolverine. Up at top there, legendary Marvel superheroes. And then on the underside, let's spin that around properly. You can check out Diamond Select Toys by heading over to www.diamondselecttoys.com. It's not recommended, by the way, for ages 0 to 3. Spot's going to take a break, and I'm going to get this opened up. When we come back, though, we're going to get a better look at the legendary Marvel Superheroes Mego limited edition collector set of Wolverine. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Okay, so now that we got him out of packaging, there's really a lot to cover, so we'll kind of show you the contents, and then we'll kind of piece them together based from that. The first thing you are treated to is a legendary Marvel Superheroes book showing you the original Mego Spider-Man, or Mego Wolverine. Background history on homemade mutations, customized to fill the X-shaped hole in the Mego universe. A couple of variations of Wolverine, some customized Wolverines. And how Wolverine has gone from the older figures, the Spider-Man Origins, Marvel Legends, of course. The background on the comic version of Wolverine and his many comic appearances. And then the first Mego mutant, picking up where the company that invented the superhero action figure left off. And a background as to this particular figure, being that he was not part of the original Mego line. So let's go ahead and put him to the side, or put the book to the side. You also get yourself a Wolverine, a legendary Marvel Superheroes original. It's not quite original, but the original box, presumably, if this was a Mego release. On the side, they got 8-inch action figures. Mighty Thor, Wolverine. Some artwork on the back of Wolverine, and Captain America and Spider-Man. I really like this as when you eventually, if you don't have them displayed, which I might end up putting them back in the package, you got this old kind of retro design packaging. I really like that. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and open up the box. Just like that. And let's pull out Mego Wolverine. Now this is an update on the original Mego style bodies. So of course it's going to have a lot more posability. It's going to have a lot better of a sculpt than some of the original released lines. This is a new default, well, the default body is his newer costume. I like it. I do like it. The mask doesn't quite, color-wise, doesn't quite gel with the rest of the body. The body is being a lighter color. He's got some boots. Of course, his big Mego-style gloves. It's kind of not everyone's cup of tea, but really this is how we grew up with action figures back in the day. Of course, I didn't have a Mego Wolverine. I did have a Mego Spider-Man, and I did have a Mego Superman. And Mego Superman for me was my go-to figure. I loved that thing like you would not know. In fact, I think I actually broke my Mego Superman and my parents got me another one. But this one has a lot more posability to it. Arms move out, all the way around, out. Does have a bend in the elbow. Rotation in the head, ab crunch, rotation in the waist, legs, knees. His top cut in the thigh, so that rotates as well. Very, very posable. Very, very posable. Face-wise, he is wearing his mask. Of course, there is an elastic on the back here. You know, I'm grabbing my knife here. Just gonna cut the elastic. Here we go. Did I actually cut that? No, I didn't. Cut the elastic on the mask here so we can actually take it off. There we go. It went somewhere over there. I have no idea where. But his mask isn't bad. It's actually a really cool looking mask, although the coloring doesn't quite, of course, match the rest of his body. Let's go ahead and take the mask off, which just folds in the back there. And then this whole section peels off. It's not easy, I have to admit. But there you have Wolverine unmasked. Here's what his mask looks like. The mask is a kind of a harder plastic, seamed up the sides, or open seam on the side so you can get it onto his head. But there is the default look of Wolverine. Other things, and there goes his hands, the other things that he does come with, as we get him to properly stand here. Stand, there we go. The other things that he comes included with are not only the classic yellow and blue, he's also got a pair of Logan outfit, and he's also got the brown and orange outfit as well. So let's have a look at the things for Logan. Comes with a leather jacket with a fur trim. There it is right there. Comes also with a white undershirt. Comes with a pair of jeans. A pair of boots. A pair of ungloved hands. And another head. I haven't tried this, obviously, because I just opened it. Let's see if we can get... No, the head is too... That's why the head is so narrow. It doesn't fit over the It'd be nice because that's a really good face sculpt. If you could somehow get the head over top. I guess if you cut the head a little bit more to fit the head in there. Cut the mask, I should say, a little bit more. There is potential that you could get it in there, but it's going to be a really tight fit to get it out of there. The head is a nice sculpt. Like the hair as well. Very classic Wolverine. If that's not your preference. And again, you could really just, for example, pop the head off. Apply the new head. There you go. You could change the head to this head instead. I mean, you don't necessarily have to have this head unless you want to have it with the mask on. And there you got Wolverine there. The other look, and I'm almost feeling like this might be the more preferred look for myself, is he does have the orange and brown costume, which gives you this stellar, that's a really good head sculpt. I almost wish that was a head sculpt for an action figure, not like a Mego style, but a regular action figure. Really good head sculpt. But now with the orange rather than yellow. Non-removable because it's all one piece. Also comes with the brown and orange outfit, which we'll have to put on. A pair of brown boots. He has two different hands. Now, one of these hands you could use with Logan too, because they are gloved hands, as you can see right there. Or there's also a pair of closed fists as well, which you could alternate with Logan too. These ones I think look a little bit closer to the costume, whereas these look a little bit more like gloves. So these would probably be better suited for Logan. And then you also have some gloved cuffs, which will fit over the glove or over the hand like this, and then that will fit on the arms. So you have a complete looking glove. So that being said, let's go ahead and undress Wolverine. We'll start first with the Logan head because we've already gone ahead and gone that route. Let's go ahead and take the gloves off, which are very soft rubber, like that. We'll go ahead and pull the boots off too. And pull the boots off. Spot's only done these, the Mego style figures one other time, and that was Spider-Man. And I really kicked myself because after that review, I realized that Peter Parker's outfit I put on the wrong way. I think I put the white shirt on over top of his t-shirt or over top of his sweater. And it really should have actually been the other way around. The sweater should have gone over top of the white shirt. So if you've gone back and watched that video and you said, Spot, you put it on the wrong way, I know I put it on the wrong way. Let's go ahead and take the snaps, unfasten the snaps here, like that. And we'll go ahead and slide the costume off. This will also be a good opportunity to show you what the default body, Mego style body, is going to look like underneath. Now the old bodies, I think they've tweaked this ever so slightly, but the old bodies aren't that much different, just a little bit extra posability options I think to them. Very, very posable, I have to admit. Very muscular also as well. Screw holes on the back. You won't see it because you're obviously going to be covering him up. Well, let's go ahead and take his jeans. There's a fastener on the back of his jeans. We'll untab that. And let's do our best to get Wolverine dressed up. Unfortunately, he doesn't wear briefs underneath. He's going camo. I think camo. Let's go ahead and put the... Now, the hardest part might be getting the feet through the legging. There we go, there's one. And let's try the other one. Mission accomplished. Let's go ahead and add the jeans. Slide them up. Fasten that into place. And there you have at least the bottom, well, not quite the bottom half done, because we technically need to add the boots, but I feel like the boots are going to slide off, so I'm going to keep that off for the time being. Let's figure out which one is the front or back of the shirt. And we'll slide. Maybe it's easier to slide it up from the top. Yeah, this seems easier. The shirt is not as wide as the arms, so we'll go ahead and have to just stretch the shirt just a little bit. Get the arms through the armholes, just like getting dressed in the morning. If you don't put your arms through the armholes, I don't know really how you manage to get to school or work. We'll go ahead and slide everything on. There we go. And I think we're good to go. Just going to straighten out everything I've just done. And there you have Wolverine with his shirt on. I feel like I do think I have it on the right way. Now we can go ahead and add the jacket, which I guess the jacket is easiest to probably put from the back there. Slide the jacket onto the one sleeve, or the one arm. Slide the other sleeve onto the other arm. And really, because you're dressing these up, if you want to, you could leave the jacket off and just have them with the t-shirt going. You can do that if you want. But I think to complete Logan's look, you want to make sure the actual jacket is on there. I think that just finishes up everything quite nicely. There's his arm. I see that there's the arm socket where you can attach the arms, or the hands. Alright, so let's go ahead and add the boots. Boots should be a little bit easier, hopefully. Slide those on. There's one. And we'll slide the other one on, making sure, of course, you've got the feet going the right way. I don't think there is one way or the... maybe. Maybe the other way was the right way. Let's go ahead and slide these on. Yeah, that went on a little easier. Slide on the other boot. Just fix the bottom of the pant leg. Now we can go ahead and add the gloves. Making sure, of course, I've got the socket visible. There it is right there. I suppose I could have edited this and just cut this part out, but you know what? I think what I'll do is when we change Wolverine's look, I'll cut it then. But in the meantime, I just wanted we could participate in this getting Wolverine dressed. I feel like there's more fun in that. I guess the hardest part would be putting the hands into the sockets. Okay, there's one hand. And there is other hand right there. Okay, and then finally, to complete the look, we'll add the head. Now the head is rubbery, so you have to apply a little bit of pressure while you're rotating it into place. And the final look, in all his glory, there you go. There is Logan with full outfit on him. You can just adjust the t-shirt. He looks good though. I probably will not keep him in this style. Probably will more so have him in the brown outfit. But he does look good. Jacket looks good. Jeans look nice. Wolverine is ready to go. So let's go ahead now, and I think what I'll do is I'll strip him back down. Woo! No, hold on guys. I'll strip him back down, and then from there we'll add the next outfit. Sounds good? Sounds good. Okay, so got Wolverine all back to being naked. Now we're going to go ahead and add the brown and orange outfit, which comes, of course, with some gloves, the tops of the gloves, can't forget those, and the boots, the classic Wolverine style boots. And, of course, let's not forget the head. All right, so what we want to do, we're going to go ahead and make sure everything is unfastened. I want to slide the legs through first, because this is a onesie after all. When I was younger, little side, not really so much side story, but when I was younger, the Spider-Man, I don't recall even having an alternate outfit for him, nor obviously did Superman. Superman didn't come with a Clark Kent outfit. I didn't have those. I don't even think Mego actually made alternate. I think you could probably buy them as standalone outfits if you wanted to dress them up, but that wasn't my thing. My thing was just fighting crime, and man, I just loved that Superman. Wish I could find it, because I looked online. I've looked for Mego style Superman online, and they don't look like I recognize. I don't recognize how they look. I seem to recall my Mego Superman having an excessive tan. Anybody remembers? Not that anyone would remember, but he looked like he looked like he had a lot of a tan going on there. Now I'm trying my best. I think, oh, I've got it stuck on the joint there, on the elbow joint. Come on. But yeah, I would like to. I think everybody wants to go back and pick up stuff from their childhood. I eventually would like to find a. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be mint, because I know those things get expensive, but I would like to find an original Mego Superman, the one I had. I don't know how many variations there were to it, but I'd like to find the one I had as a kid. Just love that thing. Okay, so we've gone ahead and we've added the yellow and brown costume. What's the easiest approach next? Well, I guess I feel like the head might be more difficult, so I'm going to find the neck socket. And we're going to twist on the head. The head is a little on the rubbery side, as with most Mego style figures. So getting the head into place can be somewhat problematic. You just want to twist as you apply some pressure. And there you have Wolverine. Right off the bat, yeah, his outfit doesn't quite match the mask. The mask looks awesome. I love that head sculpt. But the rest of the body, unfortunately, doesn't quite gel with it. If you kind of take yourself out of the situation and don't judge it based on that, like the old Mego stuff that didn't really have the greatest of outfits anyways, and sometimes coloring didn't quite match. So you have to kind of look at that, look at it in a sense of what it would have looked like back in the day, not necessarily what it looks like now. Because this looks like something I would have picked up as a kid. Wolverine wasn't around when I was a kid, but I guaranteed I would have picked up a Wolverine, because I loved Wolverine as a kid. Well, as a teen, I guess I liked Wolverine when I was in junior high and stuff like that, but I just really liked Wolverine. And then, of course, he kind of became like Deadpool. Everybody loved Wolverine, and he was in everything. And then I kind of just got a little more tired of Wolverine. But like old school Wolverine, even like Pride of the X-Men, where Wolverine had an accent. It was kind of a weird Australian style accent. I don't know what was happening there, but that's the kind of Wolverine I like. Alright, so we're almost finished. I'm just going to add the extra glove, making sure I add that first. Making sure, of course, I got the outfit right. I don't need another repeat of Peter Parker. That's the problem when sometimes you do a review and then you look at it afterwards and you just kind of slap your head on the face and you think, or your hand on your face and you think, man, what did I do? What did I do? Anyways, there is Wolverine. He doesn't have as much of the limited posability because he doesn't have the jacket going. So in this case, I can actually get him posed. And there he is. Now, if you remember, kind of, if you back yourself up to the beginning of the video, you remember him in this yellow costume. I kind of like this outfit, to be honest. I really do. It doesn't match necessarily the outfit to the head. And there was the other head, which, if you remember, was an actual mask that you could take off. But I like this look. I like this look quite a bit because this reminds me of when I watched Pride of the X-Men, or when I followed the old comics featuring Wolverine. This was it. Again, full articulation, same as before. The head, torso, waist, arms, elbows, hands, legs, top swivel on the thigh, knee. Feet, not really so much. When you move the feet, sometimes the boots want to slide off on you. But that's a great looking figure, I have to admit. You have to look at it, though. Look at it as for what it was. Again, not what it is. Some people will look at that right now and say, that's a pretty lame looking Wolverine. But you know what? If you grew up back in the day, Mego was it. And guaranteed, if I saw a figure like this when I was younger, I would have jumped on it, and I probably would have asked for it for Christmas or my birthday. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. And very cool as well that Diamond Select are doing these retro throwback legendary heroes. I'd love to pick up more of these. And again, looking at the box, we've had a look at the Wolverine. We haven't looked at Thor yet, and we've had a look at Spider-Man. Still haven't looked at Captain America, but love to get my hands on all of these. These are really, really fun and really throwbacks to when I was a kid. And that's what it's all about, collecting stuff that you had when you were a kid. Today's toy spot, though, we were having a look at the, this was the Diamond Select, thank you, Diamond Select, Legendary Marvel Superheroes Wolverine, Mego Wolverine. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more toy spots, collectible spots, and so much more heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.